Nagel in the 7MM, and on the outside, the 5J, that's John Guernsey. Guernsey in the 5J, bringing up the back of the pack, the number 30, that's Tom Oleski. Oleski in the 30, 9 cars scheduled, 9 out there, 8 laps, 4 to qualify, top 3, redraw for the fall foliage finale, 75 lap. Out of turn 4 they come. Glenn looking over, the green flag flies, we're racing. Weaver charges down into turn 1. Kirk Horton right there on his back bumper. Bobby Bucket, a little slow getting into turn. Mike Frost gives him a little push. Marvin now working underneath Frost as they battle through the turns. Bucket drifts a little bit high. Marvin has the bog down. Here comes Mike Nagel in the 7M machine. Weaver, your leader, on the way by in lap 1 now. Mike Nagel getting by. Bucket takes over third. Bucket right now in the hot seat. He's got that 4th and final spot. Now Harry Marvin says, I'll take it. Bucket back to 5th. Konstolansky 6th. Guernsey 7th. Frost in 8th, and Oleski back there running 9th. Gonna be 3 down, 5 to go when they get by the stripe this time. Weaver, your top point car. Right now out front, Kirk Horton right there 2nd. Mike Nagel 3rd. As they work through turn number 4, halfway, 4 down, 4 to go. The top 3 guys will redraw, so 15 guys will be redrawing for the future. Mike Frost, something going wrong with the 30 plus machine. It might be a left rear flat tire on the 30 plus as he heads through the pit area. Weaver, your leader with the 1A machine. They come out of the turn this time. Weaver, Horton, Mike Nagel, and Harry Marvin Jr. They're your top 4 cars. The top 3 are the ones redrawing. Konstolansky, John Guernsey, Tom Oleski, and Bobby Puckett. They're out of the money with 1 lap to go. Nagel trying to close in on Kirk Horton. They come out of the turn this last time. The checkered flag flying, the win, gonna go to the 1A of Brian Weaver. Kirk Horton for 2, Mike Nagel in the top 3 to redraw. Harry Marvin coming in a qualified spot. Konstolansky, John Guernsey. Speedway. Out of turn number 4 they come. Keep your eye on the starter. The green is out. Jimmy Wrench on the high side, Sorella down low. Mike Clapperton looking way down on the bottom, trying to slide underneath. He takes over 2nd down the backstretch. Akulis coming by, getting up to 5th. Only 4 cars qualified. Jimmy the Kid Wrench out front. On the outside, Clapperton on the inside. John Sidlecki with the 29, bogging down up there on the top of the speedway, got it back under power. Looks like he's going to go pit side with that number 29 machine. Clapperton on the high side, Jimmy Wrench down low. Bronson right there, 3rd, Akulis 4th. Those are the 4 qualified cars. The top 3 redraw. Sorella, Mawson, Garth Tonkin, and Brett Spohr out of the money right now. Akulis now looking on the inside of Bronson, like to get up in one of those redraw positions. As Jimmy the Kid Wrench got a little sideways, Bronson had to back out of it, and Akulis had nowhere to go. Got that uke tire. around. 4 laps remain, single file restart. The green is out. Clapperton back on the charge. Out front, the 28, that's Jimmy Rich. Jeff Bronson. Now the 24 of Butch Sorrello right there running forward. We got Garth Tonkin around. Lawson made contact, but Garth Tonkin, Speedway. Racing action still continuing on in the month of September next weekend. Big National Quarter Mile weekend up there at the 5 Mile Point Speedway. We'll tell you more about that as the night goes on. The green is back out here. Clapperton on the point. Jimmy the Kid Rich right there second. Bronson running third. Butch Sorrello running up high. Here comes Brett Spohr and Ron Lawson as they try to go 3 wide. Sorrello coming out there. But also Ron Lawson looking down there, trying to find some racing room. Brett Spohr in the 7B. Sorrello out of shape. Lawson being tagged by Spohr as he got sideways. The caution going to have to come out here. So the caution lights are turned back out. Out of the turn they come. The green is out. Clapperton back on the point. Jimmy the Kid Rich right there second. But here comes Bronson. On the inside takes over second. Bronson third. Sorrello running fourth. Brett Spohr and Ron Lawson just out of the money. But Spohr now on the move with the 7B machine. He's looking up there on the high side as they come out of the turn 2 more times around. Sorrello looking to get under Jimmy the Kid Wrench in the 28J. Brett Spohr going again up on the high side with the 7B. That's where the hot spot's going to be. The white flag coming out to Clapperton now. Clapperton picking up the win in the M16. Bronson grabbing second. Jimmy the Kid Wrench is going to be redrawn there, finishing third. And yellow lights are out on his third modified heat. 2 more heats after this for the modifieds. 5 modified heats with a ton of modified side in for tonight's fall foliage finale here at the Penn Speedway. Mike Colston and Randy Decker, Keith Hoffman and Pat Jordan, Alan Rulovich and Carl Engel, Don Roselli, Alan Kellogg, and Scott Landers ready to turn up the wick and go racing. The top 4 will transfer. The top 3 will redraw. Here they come out of turn number 4. The green is out and we're racing. Randy Decker and Mike Colston side by side into one. Decker on the high side, Colston on the low side. Colston grabs that lead, and here comes Hoffman. Keith Hoffman working down low, down the backstretch. Underneath Randy Decker, down into turn 3. Hoffman works on that low side out of turn 4 and takes that second spot. And Dominic Roselli around down at turn number 4, the Iceman. Kid around down at turn number 4. Danny and Cammy Harpel from 5 Mile Point Speedway joining us. They got their big weekend coming up next weekend up there at the 5 Mile Point Speedway. Yellow lights are out as they head into turn 3. We'll look for the green this time. Here they come. The charge is on. The green's on. We're racing. And Mike Colston charges to the forward. Keith Hoffman right there. Pat Jordan got shuffled way back in car number 25 as they work down the backstretch. Hoffman takes a look on the inside. Scott Landers out of shape over there in turn number 2. And Colston gets out of shape turn 4. Here comes Hoffman. And we got a car around over there in turn number 3. Scotty Landers looking the long way with car number 96. Good up comes Carl Nagel back on car number 8. Yellow lights are out. We're going to look for the green up turn 4. Hoffman on the inside. Colston on the inside, on the outside. And I don't think we're going to start this time. 75 left modified feature event. Yellow lights are out as they go into turn 3. We'll try it again. Hoffman and Colston side by side. Here they come out of turn 4. The green flag flies and we're racing. Colston gets a plate on the outside. Moses up in the lead as they head for turn 1. Hoffman sits in second now. Rudelovich working the outside of Randy Decker. Grabs third out of turn 2. Decker comes right back at him and they go side by side into 3. Rudelovich working high. Decker down low. Decker grabs that spot back. And we got trouble. Alan Kellogg around over turn 2 is a 25. A Jordan back down. Next stretch they go. Mike Colston, Keith Hoffman, Randy Decker, Alan Rudelovich, Pat Jordan, Carl Nagel, Dominic Roselli,
and the 99 of Alan Kellogg. Here they come, 2, 3, and 4 out of turn number 4. The green flag flies, and we're racing. And Colson gets a jump. Rudelovich gets out of shape for the 145. Slips just a little bit, but doesn't lose the spot. Hoffman tries to dive to the inside of Colson coming off turn 2. The Colson holds him on while Randy Decker playing himself right on the back bumper of Hoffman coming through 3 and 4. Brad Jordan looks to the inside of Rudelovich as they race out of turn number 4. Mike Colson, your leader at the halfway mark. Here comes Hoffman working that high group line. Looks to the inside of Colson off turn 2. Randy Decker right there on the back bumpers. Those front 3 cars will open some room. Decker now looks to the inside of Hoffman, coming off turn number 4 with Colson. Hoffman, Decker, and Rudelovich, your top 4. Carl Nagel, 1 spot out. Alan Kellogg rides in 6, and it's Pat Jordan and Dominic Roselli. Mike Colson opens up about 3 car lengths over Hoffman, but Hoffman closes in between 3 and 4. Out of turn number 4, they come 2 laps to go. 2 to go from Mike Colson, Keith Hoffman, Randy Decker, Alan Rudelovich, Carl Nagel, Alan Kellogg, Dominic Roselli, and Pat Jordan. Roselli now gets around Kellogg back there in the back of the pack. Here comes Hoffman working the high road. Out of turn number 4. Hoffman, your leader in car number 5. Closes in on Colson with a white flag out, 1 to go. Final time around in this qualifying heat. Colson hanging on to the lead. Down into turn number 3 they go. Here comes Hoffman. Hoffman charges on the high side, coming 2, 3, and 4. Out of turn number 4, checkered flag in the air, picking up the win. Car number 51 is Mike Colson. Second is Keith Hoffman. Third will be Randy Decker. Both the final qualifying spot. We'll go over to 145 of me. Frank, the Hammer Heeman in the 14K. Coming out of retirement here tonight. Wow. And the fall foliage finale. Out of turn 4 they come. Side by side, the green is out, the Hammer's down. Troy Weisenflew out of shape in the 911. Jim Whitcall with, I believe, a left rear flat on his machine. We got them all sideways, bent around over there in turn number 2. Once in a while, it's going to get a little lumpy in spots, but the track maintenance crew will take care of that during intermission. Out of turn 4 to come, green back out, we're back racing. Butch Tittle up on the high side. Grabbing that lead, McGurn right there second. Jeff Rudelovich running 3rd. Steve Walsh back there running that 4th and final qualifying spot. Rudelovich looking to get underneath McGurn, not quite able to do it. Rod Hunsinger now trying to get under Steve Walsh. We got a little back here between Paul Jensen and Frank Heeman. Rudelovich now taking over second, going up on the high side, trying to find a way around the Butch Tittle Z car. Out of turn 2 down the backstretch they race. Tittle right there on the bottom. Jeff taking a dive up on the high side. Coming out of turn 4, we got a new leader by the stripe. The Parts Plus Auto Stores Pine Line Auto Sales 112. Caught a little bit of that berm up on the high side going into 1. Tittle trying to take advantage on the backstretch. We got a big dogfight up here for the top spot. Halfway as they come out of the turn this time. 4 down, 4 to go. Rudelovich, your leader. Butch Tittle right there second as those two continue to battle through 1 and 2. Down the backstretch. Tommy McGurn all by himself in 3rd, and Steve Walsh hanging on to that 4th and final spot right now. Rod Hunsinger with the 00 trying to close in on Steve Walsh. Paul Jensen back there running 6. Frank Heeman right now got an eye on the field. 2 more times to go for the 112 of Jeff Rudelovich. Steve Walsh a little bit out of shape with the 213. Hunsinger gets by. Jensen trying to slide on by. But Rod Hunsinger now in a qualifying spot. Jensen right up on Walsh's back bumper. The white flag is out for Rudelovich. Tittle trying to close in on him. Paul Jensen continues to run up on the high side. The checkered flag going to come out of turn number 4 to win, going to Jeff Rudelovich.
Butch Tittle for 2. Tommy McGurn in that last redraw spot. And Rod Hunsinger in the last qualifying spot. Steve Walsh, Paul Jensen, Frank
Number 77, Craig Schiffler in the 93. Rick Whitney in car number 114. Dave Jenkins in the 47. Bobby Trapper in the 69, Larry Kelleher in the L70, and Nick Barassi in car number 1, ready to turn up the wick and go racing next time out of turn number 4. Yellow lights are out as they head into turn 3. We'll look for the green off turn 4. Here they come. Malcolm and Babachek setting the pace out of turn number 4. The green flag flies, and we're racing. And Brian Malcolm grabs a little bit of a limit. Here comes Babachek on the outside. They come side by side off the turn 2. Babachek gets a bite out of turn 2, grabs the lead. Malcolm rides second with Schiffler third. Battle back there for fourth as we got a host of cars right tight together. It's going to be Dave Jenkins coming away in that full spot to complete lap number 1. Craig Jackson sits there in fifth, goes way up high. Here comes Kelleher and the 69 of Trappers. They try to come 3 wide. And coming out the worst, so that's going to be Larry Kelleher in the L70. Got a tire bouncing down the backstretch. And a caution, flag flies. They tried to come 3 wide out of turn number 2. And that don't work. Larry Kelleher coming out the worst. 70 of Larry Kelleher goes pit side on the hook. We'll look for the green this time. Steve Babachek and Brian Malcolm ready to turn up the wick out of turn number 4. Here they come. And a green flag flies and we're racing. Babachek gets a point, grabs the lead. Here comes Schiffler working on the inside of Malcolm down into turn number 1. Off turn 2 and down the backstretch they go, and Alan Schiffler able to take up that second spot as Malcolm sits there third. Dave Jenkins getting pressured by Craig Jackson into turn 3 and Trapper working the high side through 3 and 4. Jenkins now works to the low side of Malcolm coming out of turn number 4. Jenkins down on Malcolm up high. Jenkins takes that third spot away through 1 and 2. And Craig Jackson gets around, collects the 69 of Trapper. And Schiffler and Jenkins both got out of shape coming out of Yellow lights are out as they head into turn number 3. We'll look for the green this time as Craig Jackson took the number 77 pit side. Here they come through 3 and 4 out of turn number 4. And the green's out and we're racing. Brian Malcolm dives to the inside of Babachek down into turn number 1. But Babachek comes away with the lead. Alan Schiffler working the high road. Here comes Malcolm. Schiffler on a charge. And Schiffler going to work around the outside. Grab the lead down into turn 3. But here comes Babachek right back at him as they work out of turn 4. Alan Schiffler, your leader in car number 93. Babachek right second. Malcolm into the infield in car number 32. And the left front collapsed on that number 32 machine. Those new tires are hard, and the left front of the number 32 collapses down there. Here's Babachek and Jenkins racing for second. Jenkins on the high side grabs that second spot. As we're halfway home, 4 down, 4 to go. It's Alan Schiffler, your leader, working that high road. Dave Jenkins rides second with Babachek in third. Bobby Trapper in that fourth and final qualifying spot. Rick Whitney, 1 spot out. Out of turn number 4 they come. Alan Schiffler hanging on that lead. Jenkins now alone in second spot with Babachek riding third. Schiffler and Jenkins working that high road out of turn number 2. Alan Schiffler taking it right out to the wall of that number 93 machine. Keeps the RPMs up coming out of turn number 4 and hangs on to that lead with 2. Laps stay out. 2 to go for Alan Schiffler, Dave Jenkins, Steve Babachek, Bobby Trapper, and Rick Whitney. Jenkins closes in on Schiffler out of turn 2. But Schiffler, keeping them RPMs up, able to get a bite out of turn 2. Here they come off turn number 4, the white flag in the air. 1 more time around for Alan Schiffler. Here comes Babachek now, challenging Jenkins on the inside into turn number 1. Babachek and Jenkins side by side out of turn 2, and Jenkins takes the spot. Down into turn 3 they go. Schiffler works it off turn 4. Checkered flag in the air, picking up the win of the Alan Schiffler. Second spot will go for the 47 of Dave Jenkins. Third, VDS1 of Steve Babachek in the fourth and final qualifier will be the
10 laps. Mike Knight over there in the red pants, the new look of the millennium here. Coming out of the turn, the green is out, the hammers are down, we're racing. 2 cars qualified. Bucket with some contact Here's a racer turn. Brett's 4 out of shape. Mike Foss loses some ground. Ronnie Mawson looking for some racing room. Here comes Tom Oleski. Brett's 4 goes way up high, but Konstolansky your leader. John Guernsey right there running second. Bobby Buck is third. Garth Tonkin fourth. Ronnie Mawson fifth. Tom Oleski, John Sidlecki, and Chuck Agolis. 2 laps in the book. 8 laps remain. Dominic Roselli trying to move up. A lot of cars. Only 2 of them going to make it. There goes the sportsman car at Markham with his 79 machine. Let's Moore with a bad push on S17. Stops all the way to the rear. The car just don't want to turn left. There goes one around all by himself over there. Caution coming. 2 cars qualify. Coming out of the turn. The restart. The green is out. The hammers are down. We're back racing. Bucket way up on the high side. Going to slingshot out of the turn. John Guernsey goes up high. Garth Tonkin says, thank you very much, boys. But then he has a severe push. And coming through on the bottom is the veteran Chuck Agolis with that Fine Line Auto Sales Parts Plus Auto Stores machine. Bobby Buckin out, charging back up with a 41. Garth Tonkin with the 8W. Ronnie Mawson, John Sidlecki, Dominic Roselli. Barassi with the number 1. They're all looking for racing room. Agolis now looking up on the high side of Guernsey. Guernsey able to hold him off. As they come out of turn 4, it's going to be 7 down, 3 to go. 3 more times around the Speedway. John Guernsey hanging on for dear life right now with the 5J. Chuck Agolis right there. Hanging on his back door says, please let me in. Garth Tonkin there with the 8W. Now Agolis looking on the inside of Guernsey. They come by the stripe, 2 laps to go. Guernsey up high, Agolis down low. That's where the battle is. 2 cars qualify. Agolis now, he slides by, takes over second. Guernsey coming right back up on the high side. Konstolansky all by himself out front. Here comes the Garth man, Garth Tonkin now. Down the backstretch they go. Into turn number 3 for the last time. The win gonna go to the Sailorsburg slingshot, George Konstolansky. Second gonna go to the Professor Chuck Agolis in the 3J. John Guernsey, Bobby Bucket, Garth Tonkin, Ronnie Mawson, John Sidlecki. Go. Jim Wick going, car number 169. On the outside, the 32, Brian Malcolm. Brian Malcolm in car number 32. Last row inside the L70 of Larry Kelleher. Larry Kelleher in car number L70. And last but not least, the 77 of Craig Jackson. Craig Jackson in car number 77. That's your field, second consolation, 10 laps of distance. 2, count them, 2 cars to qualify and transfer to the feature. Here they come out of turn number 4. The green flag is out of the racing. Carl Nagel grabs that lead down into turn number 1. Stevie Walsh looking on the outside out of turn 2. But Nagel holds him off and hangs on to the lead. Whitney rides third with Kellogg fourth as they race into turn 3. Down to complete lap number 1, it's going to be Carl Nagel and Rick Whitney going around. Going to collect a couple cars down there in turn number 4. Yellow lights are out as they head on down the backstretch. We'll look for the green flag this time. Carl Nagel and Stevie Walsh setting the pace as they head for turn number 3. And here they come out of turn 4. And the green flag flies. Carl Nagel with the lead as they head for turn 1. Pat Jordan and Stevie Walsh going to get up there in turn number 1 before they're able to continue. And Scotty Landers on the low side goes by and both grab second spot down into turn number 3. Out of turn 4 they come. It's Carl Nagel. Scotty Landers running in second.
Pat Jordan and Craig Jackson up. That one side by side for third into turn number one. And they get out of shape. Here comes Jimmy Wicko. And Craig Jackson, Stevie Walsh, and Jordan getting together over there in turn number two. Yellow lights are out as they head on down the back stretch. We'll look for the green this time. Nagel and Scott Landers. And Pat Jordan having a problem. The number 25 takes it into the infield. Here they come out of turn number four. The green flag flies and we're racing. And Scotty Landers on the outside gets a jump, but the yellow light comes right on. And I'm Carl Nagel, Scott Landers, side by side as they come to 3 and 4. Off turn number 4, the green flag flies and we're racing. Scott Landers on the outside gets a jump. Nagel hangs on down into turn number 1, right second. Wicko is right there, third. Here comes Kelleher working on the high side out of turn 2. But Wicko holds him off down into turn 3. They're side by side. Off turn number 4 they come. Scott Landers, your leader in car number 96. Carl Nagel, right second. Wicko and Kelleher still side by side. Paul Jensen sits right there looking in the back window. And Landers gets out of shape. Here comes Nagel. Nagel goes back right for the lead down into turn number 3. Carl Nagel grabs that lead back as they come off at turn 4. Landers rides in second. Spotted Jim Wicko third. Paul Jensen in fourth. Jensen looks to the high side of Wicko coming through 1 and 2. And Wicko battles just a little bit in turn 2. Down into turn 3, Jensen set down the high side as they come through 3 and 4. Nagel, your leader. Landers for 2, Wicko for 3. Jensen for 4, Kelleher for 5. We're halfway home. 5 of them in the book, 5 of them to go. Carl Nagel hanging on that lead down into turn number 3. Scott Landers glued right to his rear bumper. Jensen again tries the high side of Wicko coming through 3 and 4. Down into turn number 1 they go. Carl Nagel with the lead. Scott Landers sits right, and Landers gets out of shape in turn 2. And here comes Jensen on the inside of Wicko. Those 3 cars right tight together down into turn number 3. Off turn 4 they come. It's Carl Nagel. Scott Landers, now Jensen takes over third with Wicko in fourth to Kelleher fifth. Off turn 2 and down the back stretch they go. Carl Nagel's opened up about 5 car lengths, but Landers closes it down into turn number 3. Off turn 4 they get the signal. 2 laps to go. 2 more times around for Carl Nagel. Scott Landers, Paul Jensen, Jim Wicko, Larry Kelleher, Rick Whitney, and Craig Jackson. Down into turn 3 they go. Nagel hanging on that lead. He'll get the white flag this time off turn number 4. 1 to go. 1 more time around for Carl Nagel. Landers hangs right there in second spot, holding up Jensen. Jensen takes a peek on the inside of Landers. Going into turn 1 and up and through it. Down into turn number 3 they go. Jensen sets it on the outside. Off turn number 4 they come. It's going to be Carl Nagel picking up the win. Scott Landers is second. Jensen coming up one spot short in third. And it's Wicko, Kelleher,